Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Daniel Mulligan here with Taking the Mulligan Fitness, and today is the day for you to go and take a mulligan. Perfect day for it. So today, what I have for you is a demonstration for dumbbell chest press. What I'm going to show is a little bit more of a simplistic approach that'll help you perform it more effectively. Now, just a little bit of background. I don't know if you felt this, but at least for me, kind of when I got going and started and working out and training and trying to build the body that I was looking to achieve, I got into all these programs, which because I wanted to learn it the right way. And the problem that I found was that it got to the point where it got so detailed in the technique and thinking about all these things going on in a movement that it was like overthinking everything in the movement to where it took away from my ability to push in it, because I was focused on my arm position, my chest position, and all these positions, and it made it more difficult for me to focus on that, and it made it more complicated. And really, the whole concept and the principle of a dumbbell chest is actually a very simple exercise, but it is also easy to be made into complicated. What I'm going to do is show you a mindset, a way to make it more simple, and we're going to go through this step by step for you, and we'll go from there. So if you haven't ever performed a dumbbell chest press, that's okay. That's what this video is all for. So the first step you want to do is for picking the weight. Of course, always I do recommend, especially if it's the first or second exercise of your routine, to do a warm-up, one not only for your joints, but also gives you an idea of maybe a weight to use. So for picking a weight, if your goal is like more mass building and you're in that mid-rep range, your goal is to hit failure. Or on the other side, your last four, you are burning. You are burning. So that's kind of the goal for that. If your goal is more strength, you're trying to improve the weight in there, that's where you're in a low rep, 4 to 6, even 3 to 4. I love 3 to 4. It's one of my favorite sweet spots for strength. And you want to have it where you have one left in the tank. You've probably heard this before a lot, but I'm going to reemphasize that. It really does help, and it's just good to do because it trains your body to perform the lift better the next time and leaves it in a good contracting state. So that's what I recommend for weight, is pick one in there. For me, or muscle building, the sweet spot for me is 5 to 8 reps for this exercise. That's what I highly recommend. It's a great sweet spot. You get the best of both worlds. You can do some fun volume stuff with it too. But anyways, that's kind of the weight for you to choose. So after you pick and chosen the weight, the next thing you want to do is when you pick up the dumbbells, you want to pick a flat bench. So we're going to go over the flat dumbbell bench here. And it's very important that when you pick up the dumbbells that it's just like doing a deadlift or anything else, and you want your back tight. So when you come down, have your back tight so you can lift it up on your knees better. And then you just like a little deadlift. And it really does help you put a lot less energy into getting them up. And that's the goal here, is before you get in the position, you want to use as little energy as possible. So they're on your knees, just like this. And what you want to do in this step here is you just kick it back, just like that. Now you can either do one leg at a time, that's what I like to do, or you can do both legs at a time. It's really whatever is comfortable for you. Just make sure you feel and you're in control when you're going back like that. That's very important. And then when you come back, this is what I'm gonna go over. This is the 3-step deal. So at this point, you pick the dumbbells, put them on your knees, and then you just kick it back. And then, so what to do next? And this is what I really wanna go over, is this mindset. Okay, the first step, and this is what I want you to do, I want you to think of doing a push-up. You're getting in a push-up position. So what's a push-up position? So, and more like a wide grip push-up position. So it's like this, right? So here's my shoulder width here. So I'm out here, right? So there's my position. So if I come down and I do a push-up like this, if you notice, this is the same movement as the bench, and this is the same movement as for the dumbbell chest press. It's just like the movement you do for a push-up. Remember, when you're pushing up, you are pushing the floor. On this, you are pushing dumbbells. It's the same movement. You're just going up in the direction instead of down. That's the only difference. So think of that, and it really helps you because it is obviously important to have the right arm position, make sure your elbows are in the right line so you don't stress your joint and everything like that. It's important. But with this mindset of just thinking, okay, get into a push-up position. And if you're thinking in that push-up position, that helps you just automatically follow that line. It really does. Then you're not thinking about that. You're like, okay, I'm in a push-up position, and you almost instinctively follow the line. And then now you can focus on pushing and really get in that weight. So that's step one. Step two is for your initial movement. The first thing I want you to do is your back is against that bench. And we're gonna use that bench to our advantage. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use some physics here, but a law of motion. And what we're gonna do is our first movement, instead of going up, we're actually gonna kind of move our back. Move that back against the bench. And as you saw, I'm not even on the bench right now. What does it do? It gets my chest fired up and already gets my arms started on the movement automatically. And my chest is automatically engaged and it's ready to roll. So let me show what that looks like without the dumbbells real quick. There, I'm on treadmill who wants to, okay, there we go. Okay. So here we go, we're in the position, right? Here's the push-up position, right? Now we're back in the push-up. And then initial movement, pushing it against the floor, see? Pushing right against the bench. And look, my arms are already moving up. My chest is fired, my abs are tight. That little movement, you're rolling. You're golden on this. So you don't have to think anymore on contracting your chest first or your abs first or anything like that. You can just focus on move your back like that. And there you go. You're set. So that's step two. And then step three, and that's just a crucial one too. To me, this is the money maker of all three. If there's anything in here, do this one. This will help you not just on this, but pretty much the majority of all your bodybuilding exercises. Is for this, what I want you to do is I want you to think. So at this point, you've got it up, is to just focus on bringing your chest together. So instead of focusing on tracting it or bringing the dumbbells together, focus on bringing your chest together. Does that make sense? So you want to, so at this point, move her back against the chair, and here we go, we're already up. Now we're just gonna literally bring this chest together as much as we possibly can. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna cause us to automatically contract the chest and squeeze it hard. And that's what we want to do here. When we are exploding, we wanna contract it hard. And that mindset, it helps with that. So now it's a much more simple way to make sure that on every rep, you are contracting fully, because that's the advantage to the dumbbell chest press that you can't always get on a bench, the barbell bench, is that you get that extra range of motion. And that's what this ensures. So you're getting that extra range, that extra contraction. And it's very important here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show on dumbbells, but that's it. That's all that the steps are. So you get it on your knees. Make sure, let's kind of like a deadlift with a strong back so you don't pull your back. On your knees, then you kick it back, and then you're coming back into position. Get into push-up position, right? So just like a push-up position, now you're in line. Initial movement, back against the chair, engages everything, and then push your chest together as hard as you possibly can. And that's it. That's all I want you to do and focus on. And you will do all the techniques automatically. It really helps, I'm telling you. Dumbbell chest is one of my favorite chest exercises. It really is. I love it personally. So here we go. Back is here. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it back. Now I'm here. So
just to show you, here's push-up position, right? Coming back down to push-up position. Initial movement. Look, pushing back against the chair. Here it comes. And then I'm gonna squeeze my chest together as hard as I can. And here it is. That's it. And having that mindset, I'm squeezing my chest hard on every rep.
And that's the whole goal. It really helps. Even on a warm-up like that, I could make this an incredibly difficult set by doing stuff like that. So this will make performing this exercise a whole lot easier for you. So the whole goal, the concept of this, it's taking and making it as simple as possible while making it as effective as possible. So if you saw right here, we simplified the mindset a bit while it was supporting the proper technique, but also was making it more effective at the same time. And that's the game here. That's what we're trying to do here for you. Especially when you're getting started, you already have enough going on. You're on a new plan. You're probably maybe doing new exercises. You have a lot going on. On top of all that, you have all these complicated techniques. It overwhelms you, and you don't want to get overwhelmed in this. So that's why I wanted to simplify this for you and take extra time in this video to really explain that process. And what I'll do is I'll show more exercises and show how you can apply that mindset into the other exercises. So go ahead, give this a shot. If you haven't done double chest presses before, that's okay. Give it a shot. Now I'm telling you, they'll make a big difference in your chest development. They'll also improve lower your injury risk and help with your joint movement. And it improves everything. Your stabilizing muscles, your fast twitch fibers, your slow twitch fibers, all of that. So give this a shot. Go, take a mulligan, and push hard.